Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. This is Gnomes. Who is gonna stream rigging in Blender in late Sunday in my place? Well, me. Yes, exactly. So we're gonna start continue the Bone Manager extension add-on workflow. We're very close to complete, at least in the sense of deleting the old armature and also completing the rig UI with which we already have some settings here. Shift F11, Dorothy Bone Manager rig UI, run script. This you have to do every time, I guess, unless this is turned into an add-on or something like that. Anyways, this comes with the file, right? So it will be here. So that will bring some things that are already pinned here. Is the rig UI and the dynamic panel. And those are, not sure where they are. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure where they are. I think it's the item tab. Let's unpin and check. Shift left click. Oh, there's a... Oh, right, very... Did just learn this shortcut. Very good. Okay, so let's check here. Indeed. So this is for the armature object. On item tab, it doesn't matter if we are on object mode, on pose mode, or on edit mode, right? So this is great. This is work in progress. These are the same bone collections that we've managed to place elsewhere in the, but it's not functioning correctly right now because I need to revise the collections that I'm gonna put here. This is for all the selections, right? Selecting all the bones that are in that particular collection. Oh, interesting. It also, it's not just a select, it's deselect. Yeah. Oh, you can hold Alt to deselect. All right. Good, so it also deselects by just clicking the bones on, so it's very useful. Maybe for for keyframing, for you can select all the bones in a particular bone collection to keyframe, and we can also use that for maybe what is be to delete keyframes on for pose assets. Yeah. So I have checked a few, because I never worked with a rig UI. I haven't seldom had the chance to do this, or I wasn't doing too much animation, so I'm most of the rigging thing. So I actually turned out that I don't really know very well what is really needed here. Although of course if you ask me for rigging what we need here, I know precisely what we need, what I need at least, to be shown. But this configuration is for rigging. The configuration for 3D animation might be different. First, these parentings are different, right? You don't have this hierarchy thing. And actually, for the rig UI to work, up until, at least for the Bone Manager add-on, we need to have these parent bone collections empty. You see, no bones here. This is an option that you get by this one, right? I usually don't use this because it's very easy to accidentally place a bone on a different collection. If you just accidentally click there, the bone is moved, and that's just nightmarish. Or assigned, maybe not moved, just assigned additionally to that But now I see that it's actually very useful in different for this organization. So now I'm leaving this on, right, by default. And since I'm not gonna use this for animation, we'll have the rig UI, right? We want, okay, this is for editing, right? So I've exported this. We need to be using this checkbox to say which bone collections will be there. So that means that some bone collections here are for rigging tasks, while some, because I don't want to have all these collections here. This would be very stupid, because actually we don't need that for right, the animator doesn't need to be to have maybe it's not bad, but like the animator doesn't have to see, oh, this is the mechanism I key, this is the mechanism rows. No, it doesn't. As an animator, I wouldn't care much, but it will be good at least to have a generic bone collection here for all the mechanism bones in the rig. So this is a little tricky, because I have to find out this. So this will gonna lag a little, but yeah, there's about 20 seconds. That is quite a strong delay. It's taking more time than I expected. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna make this into a mechanism just to change the colors, because my rig is very dense already. Maybe it's a glitch in a bug in performance thing that we need to improve in the I need to report that to the author of Bone Manager extension. So that means that all the bones here, I want this collection to be the one containing all the bones, the mechanism bones in the rig. So because this one, the parent one, is empty, and it needs to be empty, otherwise these things will fail to work properly. Oh, so apparently we get some slightly lag. Okay, no problem. So what I need to do here, I'm creating a child bone collection inside the mechanism one, which is empty. So this one will not be empty. So that means that each parent collection, it rather be empty. Like we have a face collection inside a control collection. I'm using the black here, I find it more elegant here. So empty, young, right? Yin and yang. So and these are like the filled ones, the white ones, for this, whether I'm using this for mixed, this we don't need for animation, this is for rigging. So that means that in this bone collection here, for example, we have all the face bones, the ones that are not for other, lower face, upper face, whether they are mechanism bones, whether they are deformed bones, whether they are control bones, it doesn't matter, it's all here, so it's all mixed. And this is for rigging. But we have also, we can define, we have the face here, for example, we have upper face. See, this is empty, and here all the deformed bones for, and some handle bones, maybe some things that we might want to be joined here, even if they are not deformed bones. But there are some exceptions here. This is the way I'm organizing this thing. So for the animator, I think the animator would like to have well, not like that, but you need at least to give an access to the visualization, right, for the rig UI, right? So we want something like all the deformation bones, they be in a certain, right? That means that I'm gonna create here deformation, so this Actually, all deformation. Yeah, and here there's nothing I can do. I think it's something about Bone Manager extension. Never happened to me before. It's something about Bone Manager extension in Blender 4.5 apparently, LTS, right? So I'm gonna leave here this color. Okay, okay, so include are gonna do all deform, yeah. All deformation. All controllers, yeah. All mechanism. Why not? All face controllers. So this will be, yeah, like this could be all body controllers, all face controllers, because no face rig. A lot of stuff there. They are distractive. So these ones, all I want them to be in the rig UI. So I have a list here, I have a plan. And this is a bit tedious, right? But we'll have to go through that. I've checked some reference, of course. So there's the all body controllers. Yeah, so this is set. We have this one that is, we're gonna call it. Alright, some bones here I've been used for other functions, so this is a bit mixed stuff, a little tricky. We'll have to do something about it. You see these ones, this means that these will appear as bone collections. Right, so I'm gonna add those ones. It's lagging for some reason. This is where it should be created, right? Okay, here we go. So you have some main controllers. Yeah, I'm gonna change. So there are some options here that we need to improve, like no, it's here. So I got, no, it's not here. It's UI pretty names and row index could help. Yeah, can help here for better visualization. So this will be, I don't know how to call this, but all body. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still all body maybe. Yeah. No, that's still not good. I don't have a well, it is, it might be already understood that this is for the control rig, right? Because yeah, crappy lag. Okay, so all body get updated. Master control tweak. All right, this is what we need now, but there might be something about left and yeah. So let's see what. Okay, master control tweak. Okay, and body main controllers. All right. So this is the way to go. Main body. Yeah, main body. This is good naming. Master control tweak. Then yes, we want to add a pin yeah, this pin joint, so this is very specific, so it will be like underneath, under. This root is incorrect. You'll have to revise how this is expressed. There's a little amount of bones there that I haven't solved yet, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna place them. Like it would be like extras, like extra, yeah, something like. So this is like extra. That means that that means that there are certain bones here in this org that I need to revise. And you gotta do it now, yeah. So for example, for the root, we don't need this one. We might need this one. No, we don't need this one. You know what? The root, we don't need the root. We don't need a root one. So the root one, we're gonna move it to all body controllers, and we're also gonna move it to the masters. However, the custom the prop one properties, we don't want it. And even this one, this is grease pencil floor, this is something for character design, this is for the original concept of the methodology that I've used for creation of this rig model. So we need to move this actually to the deformation control, yes, yeah, they will stay here. So basically nothing changed here. We're just gonna call this, yeah, we don't need this thing. So you have an org original, but we'll call this, yeah, this could be confusing, right? So you're gonna call it like I don't have a name for this. This could confuse other users, so you could call it, certainly not gonna call it root, the final name. So extra basement root, no, what, do you have any name for that? Any name idea? Original is good, but like base, yeah, okay, we call it extra, and we're gonna call it extra. So what this means, there are some things that we might tweak here. Sometimes we might want to access it, some peculiarities of the rig I have here, notably for the hands. There is something I need to address here. So there are some mini bones here, for example, that are in this extra, and these ones as well. So this can be pretty complicated. Also the fact that they are bones like this. Let's see if we can do any better wire. This doesn't help much. There's a bone here that's almost disappearing. Yeah, so this is a bit complicated. Okay, maybe we need to do this, yeah. Okay, let's leave like this. At least we can see them a little better. Yeah, this is good. All right, this is enough. And these ones are also not very good here, right? We don't see very well what they're about, so we're gonna change them to octahedral. All right. Done. So this is for these extras. This will go to the up, but no, not here. Alt down, I guess. There's a separation. I don't want this separation. We don't want this separation. So I want leg up and arm and leg. Yeah, we want torso. So they will stack. So this is stacking already with master control tweak for the body, right? It's lagging a little, okay, but nothing grievous. Sorry, folks. Acidic wine. All right, so why the... Okay, we need to negate this. Main controllers. No, this is... Yeah, this is... Main body. Okay, this is incomplete. As we can see, there are not enough bones for this, so we have even some inadequate stuff here. For example, we don't need this nor this for this one. Better if we just remove this, right? Shift them, remove them from this, right? Okay, removed. So apparently this is also these ones. For some reason I have to do it twice. It's still not working. Okay, it's not working. Apparently I cannot remove these things. This should remove them though, but okay, maybe they are very wrongly, they are anywhere, everywhere, so we need to Alt M these bones to their unique bone collection, which is extras. All right, so this means now they are not here, so there's nothing here. This is correct. So for this one, masters, yes, this is correct. So we're gonna include the masters. We're gonna include the control skeleton. The ear is part now of the control skeleton, yes. The tweakers, this was a bit too polluted, right? But it's not too bad that they are here, right? Thinking twice. These ones, right? So yes, we're gonna bring these three to be part, shift them, plus the root, right? We're gonna bring them to all body controllers. So these are the main body controllers. I have even some aim stuff. That means that we're gonna add some aim stuff here. So I gotta get, for example, this that will have to get through this leg. It is usable. It's just not. It can. The leg that happened. That is, I was suffering in. That forced me to make this entire new armature, new bones from scratch. It's much more evil than this. Alright, so actually I like the aim to be yellow. Wrong click. So I'm gonna go back. So this is a secondary, tertiary bone collection. It's just in case we want to focus the animator, that the animator would like to focus the aim, then he can, or she can. So this is like, we'll place it here and gonna call aim. Then we have one other for pin, and these are controllers, right? These extras, I don't know which color this will be, so we'll have to place it like as if they were a mechanism. Yeah, so this is very annoying. It was a bit faster before, but now it's really bad. Alright, so we got these ones. We could use that other extra color, purple, I guess. But we will leave this for now. It takes too long, right? All body controllers, all face controllers. Okay, so now we're gonna populate some of these. So the extras, they're already populated. Yeah, it includes the wood and some of these bones, but that's fine. The pins, so this is a way to the animator that knows that, to know that, oh, there's some stuff here. What are those things for? I don't care. I know what they are for, but they are just extras. They need to be somewhere, right? Maybe for the this root I could, yeah, this secondary root I could move it to somewhere else, but they're really, no one will use this for animation, just for correcting some, it's more for correcting these things, right? Okay, and then we have extra pin joints. Okay, the pin joints is correct, it's just these fours. The pin head is not here, it is actually here for convenience, but like, yeah, it's there for convenience. So this could be a bit misleading. This is why in the rig is pin joints. Head is not a joint. Aim. So this we need to populate, and this is relatively simple. These aim stuff are just happen to be this and this. Okay, we could say that this is aim 2 and this is aim as well. Maybe we could move them. This is not exactly an aim thing, although... Yeah, so here you have a little problem. Conceptual problem. So I'm gonna bring this to... Yeah, we're gonna... So aim right now are those things. So if the animator wants aiming, then there you go. You have some... Yeah, this with the switchers, right? So this is aim stuff. You see that the foot stays aligned with the arrow there, and the hands here. So there's a different behavior. And... But we have the masters. The masters include the aim. So maybe the masters couldn't include this after all. Yeah, so let's take this off. And we're gonna upgrade the aim to be like... on top of the masters, because they are on top of the masters. So this is kind of weird, but it's could be misleading. But yeah, this is what it is. They are not always used, but they are very important. So by default they will be visible because of this. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna move this out of the masters. So now, all right, when I have the masters, I have this. But if I want the aims, then I have this, and I have these extras. So that means that I can... I just want the aims. There they are. I just want to see the masters. There they are. I want to see masters aim. I want to see skeleton. Okay, here, just the skeleton. This is not skeleton. Master Reiki head. Right. I was considering have fingers, but now I think this is not necessary. What could be nice to have though, I've noted here after my quick inspection of other rig UIs in Blender, is spine or torso. In my case is spine, right? The torso plus the head. So spine, right arm, right left arm. You know what? Yeah, this will create a lot of so you don't want this empty. They're just hierarchy makers. This is not ready, but it's a good idea to prepare them already. Although I might change it because I might need to have upper face, lower face. I'm considering maybe left and right side without consideration for the... Yeah, I think this will be a good simplification. So something like, let's see, like I have this, then we're gonna create spine, right and left. Yeah, so This will be... Yeah, I don't want them to make a hierarchy for them and like having tweak, master control, tweak left arm and leg. This will be overwhelming. No, I think we can stack everything that is right and controllable on the right side, right? We'll put the right first because, right, it will stay in the right, so. Spine, so it's like head, whatever. And so, or it could be center, right? But it's spine is more easier to understand. So what we need here, we'll bring this stuff. Okay, this is where this thing will be better, right? Let's okay, I don't know how to use this. Let's just keep moving this. Alt down. This allows this change. So you're gonna have this spine. Okay, so if left is called, if left is 3, then spine is, yeah, I'm gonna call it 3, and we call this 3 as well, right? But then we want, yeah, something like that. I need to populate what is spine for real. So it will be as this. Whatever is aim. Yeah, I know. What the hell we do with this? Should we include those garbage? We better not. Yeah, let's simplify. So we're gonna say it's super arbitrary. So the spine here, yeah, but there's still the aim, right? Okay, we'll include the aim in that also. So center is like, yeah, I call it center, right? I see that we are missing a bone here. Yeah, we need to bring the Alright, so all are here. Okay, so center, we're gonna add all which is center. Okay, so we know that it is this tree. Then gonna bring the spine. All this stuff, and the root and the center of gravity. Yeah, and then this and this and this. Okay, so we're gonna move this to center, right? This should update. Then get right. I think this is it. Oh no, I also forgot this and the ears, right? Shift M, Control right, Shift Alt X, my shortcut for select mirror, operator, then Shift M, Control left. Alright, so now we have center. If we just want the right for some reason, yeah, focus, left, for focus. We are, at least we already have these settings, right? Yeah, we can do this for now, it doesn't matter, because usually left vertex group comes before, just because of alphabetic order. So at this rootly will organize like that, but here is different. Okay, so these controllers apparently are set. Then the next thing, we got the aims. We need to change this, right? So this aim thing, we're gonna move it on top, so there'll be 4 layers here, right? So the master a bit like the aim, so maybe we can make stack 4 of them. I'm not sure it will be a great idea, but we could, I think it's 1, yeah. I don't know how this will appear, so we need to include the pin. They are already there. Tweaker. Alright, but this is incorrect. We want want a separator here. Yeah, so basically we'll have like a main, blah, blah, then pin, extra, left, right, center. Maybe we should move this down. Yeah, here is alt click, left click. All right, so pin before the extra, and we want a separator for both of them. Okay, this is lagging now for some reason. Too many clicks. Okay, we did it. So I think that should be good. I need to revise some, yeah, main body. Yeah, main body, exactly. Here we're gonna call main face. Oops, wrong one. It's actually so -1, it's disabled, right? It doesn't show there, but we need to leave this enabled. We don't need to show them here, but we need to have that, leave them enabled. Otherwise, we then check here, it's over, it's destroyed. Yeah, a lot of work goes to trash. This was what I checked recently. Alright, so we need something for all the deforms, all the mechanisms. So we have them. So what I'm gonna do is mechanism. No, what I'm doing is def. Mechanism, yeah, it's like simple as this. And now, yes, we're gonna get everything that we can find here. Shift M to mechanism, all mechanism. Then we do the same for the, so while the parent bone collection is empty, its child, which is right here, contains all the mechanism. So if someone is looking at the rig, they'll be able to. Oh, this def here is a bit fake because there will be some handles here, I believe. Yeah, but maybe I can fix that. Yeah, so I could make some exceptions. So here what we need is to find all the this deformed stuff. Including the costume and hair. Yeah, because they are in that thing. So we're gonna bring them. Yeah, these are mechanisms, so you have to work around some of this stuff. Well, we could do this now. No, not gonna. Leverage system. Yeah, to be fair, we should place into... We just don't have a good collection for this. Maybe mechanism leverage. Okay, I'm just gonna create this because mechanism helper, yeah, that's... then also mechanism costume, yeah. I'm doing that because if you really want to have access to this thing fully, you need to use the mixed. So here you'll need like costume and helper. Which are empty right now, but okay. So this should be the deform with the exception of the tweakers, right? Which is of course not good. So we're gonna get all this Shift M deformation, all deforms. And then there's another thing that I forget. We want physics, all the bones containing physics. So in my rig I've organized them with these colors. Yeah, they are seem to be all here. So we're gonna first move this, well actually duplicate. They are deformation, but they are also physics. They are posable. I don't want extra bones, but ideally, yeah, they would be physics controller bones, and then they're deformed, right? But we're simply fine here because, you know, too many bones, too more work. But it will be good practice to do that also. But this is another organization, so if we want to isolate... The interesting thing about the physics bones is that some of them are posable, like the hair ones. Yeah, actually I have a tweak bone for the boob, which is we don't see here. So there's an exception here. This could be a little complicated. So anyways, we're gonna add all these physics. we're gonna add all these physics bones to Shift M. Well, I could exclude, right? No. Let's see. I want this to be a. They are in the deform, right? Yes, they are. No, here they are mixed, right? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna move to an entire new deformation collection, which is, well, I don't know what I did. Yeah, I accidentally added to. No. We want to add them to new bone collection in deformation, which is physics. And we're gonna change this color. This one we can use, yeah, we can use this color here for physics. Okay, so these are physics bones, and we're gonna make this, even though we have this problem, right? We're gonna add this physics. I don't know if this is sufficient, but this is actually a control rig layer, so should be used with auto IQ option in principle. So we need to find it. It is here at the bottom. There's the face. I think they should be after the, yeah, like before, in between the pins, so it's like pin is 3, yeah, so it will go 3. And we call it physics, actually, or jiggle. No, wiggle. Physics is good enough, but wiggle would also work more precise, right? Regarding the fact that they are wiggle bones, right? Yeah, I like this. We're just gonna have to change their position here. Maybe you're not pinning as, no, let's leave the pinning first. Yeah, I don't see the mechanism. Yeah, we need to add this one, mechanism. And not this, deform. So here we are a lot of for the face. I would need to work more, but we're gonna move this up. So mechanism depth here, this is good. Here we're gonna add spacing. And we could put physics here, but it will be redundant, right? This will be like a wiggle controller, so it will exclude just a couple of bones there, a pair of bones. But yeah, we can leave there, it's okay. For now. Later on we can improve this. Ideally adding a new layer of bones, right? So I believe that with this setup we have we'll have the correct implementation here. How it functions here is as it should function there, right? So center, left, right. If we stack them, you see, yeah, so because they are in the same hierarchy level. So this is what matters here, apparently. And this is good because we click here this solo, then we hide everything. It's only this solid. And we can add a quick shortcut, quick favorite to this, yeah, this one, and so on. Very useful because if you have something like that, sometimes it appears a message of error, but I think it's because it's done on edit mode. Here I've done in pose mode. Alright, so what we need to do here is then to resave. This already UI already includes this data here, which I'm not gonna change. It is ready, so export. I'm gonna override this. Okay, didn't see the panel, but yeah, I've saved the Python file. It was preset over. And then we are going to the leg I need to do here is to save. We're gonna look at Shift 11 F11 rig UI. This is the updated. We're gonna run script. I don't know what this message is. Reload from disk. All right, run script. And now this means that if we look, not this, but at the item tab, here is, yes, here it is. So shift click here, shift click here, there we go. So you have all of these. What is rig properties? No, but we have these properties, custom properties. The default here is 1, right? Because I'm still rigging fixed stance, right? This is we ignore. Looks like we have some problem with the bones here. Yeah, something is wrong about the selections. Okay, so I'm not sure what is the pattern here. Show all, right? I suspect, and this is something that apparently you cannot see exactly here anywhere that I know. It might be that there are some bones which are not assigned to anywhere, so they appear everywhere, so they are root above everything here. But I think what might have happened is I just... Yeah, see, I can hide. Okay, see, this is not solo. This hides actually stuff. So what's happening here is that there are bones. Okay, you see that this we cannot hide from here because they don't exist. Ah, I see. So apparently some things here were not assigned properly. Or maybe these things need to be hidden by default. Since... yeah, so this is confusing. So apparently I need to do something like this. Yeah. So I need to have all these things hidden. Otherwise, we'll have problems. Let's try this. Oh, actually, let's try. No, okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, maybe this all thing, they need to be somewhere else. Yeah. Okay. I got it. So maybe we can't leave. Yeah, this is that, but maybe this... yeah, this one doesn't have these white folders. Gonna extract this from these collections. I think these ones as well. Yeah, we could leave this at the end. It won't matter really. What we need to do here is to... yeah, we're gonna show all and solo all, alright? Save, we're gonna hide this, everything here. Hide everything here, then we're gonna... yeah, so we want just this one visible. Maybe we add the... we don't want all the deformation. Let's reorganize this stuff. We don't want any of that. We just want this one. And then we're gonna re-export. And we're gonna get the script again. Reload from disk and run script. Yeah, it insists in having. But at least this is working, right? Okay. Aim, okay, aim not working. Master alone, they are not working. So for some reason this seems to be wrong. Main face, okay. All face controllers, incomplete, but fine. Control phase, okay, these are incomplete. Def, this is okay, at least this one seems to be working. Mechanism, this also seems to be working. Main body is working, but these ones are not working. Although they do select. Center, left and right, yeah, these are working. So the bones are assigned, but yeah, I think I see what's going on. Same shit here. Oh yeah, of course, it's because this... Exactly, we need to enable the empty, yeah, the empty collections. But whatever is inside, yeah, this could be a big problem. Yeah, so this system here is really confusing me because I wasn't familiar with this. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, we have some bones here which are visible because possibly one of these empty collections. Okay, this, alright. Okay, no bones here. Okay, I'm saving here. Let's try again. Center should be there. Pin, wiggle, extra. Ah, now we talk. Yeah, and this we can use the same setup here, right? Mechanism depart. Yeah, finally. So now this is fine. Good, 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 good. So this is tricky, right? Probably I'm not doing this in the ideal conventional ways. This should be a workable way, right? The problem here is that it's very easy to break this, because if I just click the unhide everything, I've just wasted a lot. Yeah, show all, I've just disrupt everything, and now I cannot hide stuff because I don't have these ones, right? Yeah, so this is very, very ugly. A very, very critical problem, because if the user, the animator, the rigger, accidentally using this rig UI does something like a solo all or an hide all, unlikely they will have this operator here, but yeah, it's very it's plausible that accident happened. And then all these, but I don't want to have all this thing in the rig UI, but apparently it might mean that, okay, I'm up with a new idea here. Actually, it's bizarre, but maybe this works. Like, we can have the empty. Okay, let's try this. Let's use the all mechanism, whatever. So this is a bit crazy, but maybe this will work. So actually we're gonna place this into the mechanism collection, and we're gonna, all this will become child of the said mechanism. Yeah, just like this. So I won't need to create for a bone collection here, representative for all them. It's already here. I'll not bring this one, but I bring this one. Yeah, so it will still be here, but by hiding it, it hides everything. There we go. So it's just a hierarchy thing. Yeah, so this is the trick. Full collection here for organization, right? Maybe it's irrelevant, but okay, I leave this one. Then we have all mechanisms. Then this one is here, and there it does this. So I don't need to update there. What you need is just to update this all deforms thing. Okay, so we're gonna bring all deformation. Bring it inside, and now this here also inside. Deformed face will be indeed also inside. I could bring this up here, it doesn't matter. The depth, hair and costume could be on different layers, but we don't care. And depth physics, yeah. And this is just organization stuff, right? So now what will happen is that this mix could cause a problem. Yeah, what I do with the mixed, maybe I don't know what I do with that, but because if we implement everything in the mix, they end up having everything. Okay, so this one we're gonna bring to the controllers. including the... Yeah, no, not including the face. Yeah, we could make a subdivision here. Come on. Okay, body. All body controllers. Face. Yeah, we need a hierarchy here. Yeah, great. Let's create a copy which is already white. Oh yeah, good technique. Yeah, all these folders is annoying, but at least it's organized. So all the information, let's leave the white folders open. And what we do about these ones I'm kind of unsure now. Okay, now this really hides all the mechanism. And we have some problems yet. Of course, it's the mixed ones. Yeah, it's the mixed. Exactly. So we need to do something about this particular one. So here we're gonna make an exception. It doesn't include everything, but not yet, because we need to still include more features here of the whole body rig. But this is like mix it. Oh, it's already here. Okay, so just move up and UI pretty names mix. Yeah, what is this doing here? No, it's still... Should they be here or should they be inside something? Now I'm confused. These are controllers, right? Let's bring them. I think this is wrong, but okay, so I have a problem with oh yeah, wrong position here. I don't know the hierarchy of this left and right. This is weird. The mix is not okay. We need to update, right? All right, this seems to be okay. Let's see. Left. Yeah, except they are swapped. Maybe it'll be easier if we bring this like this. Indeed. Let's re-export. We got to. Okay, override, reload from disk play. So this is very useful. As smart as they would able to make it be. Okay, so then let's see if we can get this work now. So if I accidentally unhide all, okay, I cannot unhide all without the specific operator. But let's say this accident happens. Okay, no problem. Then we have let's say we do this. Left, center, right. It's inverted. Okay, well, why is this happening? Okay, now this is good. Right, so center, right? This is not relevant. We got some problem with visualization. Yeah, we got some solo thing. All right. Okay, main body, aim stopped working. Master, yeah, they stopped working because the main body, yeah, so they don't do anything. I don't like this. That's why they shouldn't be inside this thing. Yeah. Alright, this is kind of easy to fix, so there's wiggle controllers collection that should be here, but that's fine. It's not a problem right now. Okay, so let's do it again. Create Rick Havoc, having access to that thing. And we have main. Okay, but then master, control, tweak, aim, master, main. Okay, right, center, left, extra, no, extra, wiggle, wiggle not working, pin, okay, so same problem here. This cannot be in the same. Same will happen with the mechanism, although this is a different case. Yeah. So what I could do here is maybe gonna move, but whichever is in here to not move, but duplicate, right? So this will stay. Here, while this will just move out of here. And it still doesn't work. Okay, let's do this again. Ah, it's solo. Okay, yes. Don't we have something to unsolo here? Apparently not. So this rig UI here is a bit limit. We have a problem with the this is not matching here. Oh yeah, of course we need to update. I thought this wouldn't be that hard. Yeah, it's like hard work. Like if you're not familiar like me with all this stuff, I'm getting familiar, but it's like actually difficult to conceive it with there are many things that are very specific and lots of things can go wrong, right? Okay, so here main controllers, master, aim, control tweak, left, right, wiggle, pin, extra. So face, then the face we are still developing. Then we have mechanism, okay, def and mix the garbage. So we need this mix here because it's like we need to improve this collection. Yeah, I probably need to add here some information. So not modeling, but in like no, not here, like in rig UI, I think. Custom rig, no composition compose. Where's rig UI? It's in rigging, right? But okay, here. So let's bring this to the top. Because we're working on this stuff. Assess, rename all necessary control rig. Okay, so this is like what I'm doing here. Okay, so one thing is bone managed, and what in this will be like yeah, so there's three approach, folks. This is like this is frozen. Because Bone Manager is giving me an automated script already for the panel. This is great. So I know how to make this custom panel to some extent, but Bone Manager, now that I've just learned that, this I've been, yeah, there's these lagging problems. It's complicated, but this is also complicated. But I'm able to do both. In this case, I even have a running script for that. Yeah, it's one of these files here. This one Dorothy armature template. So that will generate a custom, even with more specific things that the other panel did, but it was very tedious, very difficult for me to know the arrangements. Yeah, those arrangements of the... I could make better stuff for the custom properties, but I couldn't solve all of the little details of the UI of the panel. But yeah, this is more advanced. It's more customizable, right? Because it's your own script, and here you'll keep regenerating and overlapping, right? Unless you are able to tweak the add-on itself, right? But I don't know how to do this, or I wouldn't like to do it, right? Anyway, so you have a limitation here. Actually, two limitations by using here is the lag, but I'm gonna report that. The other limitation is that current limitation, right? It's a problem. The other problem is that some features are a bit... Some presentations, although you get them by granted by learning how the UI system of edition works, there are some things that could be made better. Alright, and there's no options for that, I've checked. And then I've been suffering with this hide and seek thing of the bone collections, but almost solved. We got a good, reliable rig UI thing that does most. It's just the face now that I think and the mix, some tweaks here that organize here and there. But this is good, right? So you can do this. Check each custom property, enable each linker. Okay, so this is a good thing to do right now. A quick revision since we are here. So I need to access the... I need to have access to these extras and to this bone, and here there are in the bone tab here for this bone we need to look at the custom properties. Some folks put this at the top, but I'm not in that level or in that madness. I think this is very, like, you want to look this on occasions, but it's annoying to go on the very bottom indeed. So we just need to double check. Yeah, library overridable. So this allow the property to be overridden when the data block is linked. For me this seems bad, but oh yeah, we need to press OK, right? So we're gonna be doing this. Okay, this one is fine, this one is not fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So okay, pin knee right, okay, pin knee left, okay, pin elbow right, okay, pin elbow left, okay, IT head, okay, head track, okay, pitch stance, okay, eyes track, okay. Can we move them up and down? Apparently not. Reorder, yeah, this is... Well, at least those ones are organized. Yeah, it's just this one. I won't delete them, but here we can that fit stance. Alright, so yeah, so we're gonna add some descriptions here. Ice track. Toggle ice track behavior. For both master head and control head. Yeah. Pit stance. For 3D animation. Yeah. For rigging. Ideal for rigging, yeah. Of course, this will be confusing without any extra documentation or explanation, right? Familiarity with toggle head track behavior for master head and control head. Toggle. It's not exactly toggle, it's yes, but okay. Yeah, toggle, gradual toggle, right. Strength. Head. Okay, that should be good. Then toggle left elbow pinning behavior. Oh yeah, this is not never enough. And yeah, so all right, this seems, let's see. So if we export again and we gonna, yeah, those custom property don't, they are not part of this, but let's see if that works. That means we have access to this document, to this to this text even without the rig UI. Dynamic panel. So toggle left elbow pinning behavior. Yes. Toggle. If you can read this. Toggle flat feet stance. High heel stance equals 1 default. Default for animation, ideal for rigging. Affects heels leverage and torso height. They add a dot in the end, point, like period in the end. Eye strike, toggle eye strike behavior for master head and control head. Toggle head track behavior for master head and control head. Toggle eye key bone constraint behavior for leading master head. Yes. Good, good. Good, folks. So this is like quite good parts. Okay, so check done. Isolate props bone for custom properties for what? For grease pencil model shift purpose. Yeah, we already done this. Separated this shit, right? So you have a props bone, proper bone, whatever, and we have a grease pencil secondary root for the character design, which is a grease pencil. There's a grease pencil reference, so it's a 3D object, right? Or 2D object in 3D space. Update string in script. String. Oh yeah. Those strings are correct. They are not messed up. They don't contain any weird coding. Weird characters. No. These strings are all correct. Okay. Make rig UI. Yeah, we sort of did that. So these are multiple tasks to isolate props bone from here is another thing, right? So update, take off weird characters from string from custom properties strings. Bad for scripts. Make safe make a rig UI, yes, so with bone manager experts. This is actually learn and make rig UI with bone manager. Ancestral name, all necessary control rig bone collections. Yeah, it's a setup that we're doing. So here we have Python scripting, my custom. So what is remaining for here? Just the last. This will become notes for my organization. Some of this, because it's good to have some place to remember this, because this workflow, right? So for now, I'll leave this commented, like, so this checked, done. Not using here, not using. Substitute. And then body rig, right? So the big topic, yeah, what we could add here, however, is like one thing that we would need to do here would be like a yeah, complete the bone collections. Aside, yeah. And hide solo issues. Yeah, so this is kind of tedious, right? I still need to explore this more. So this is like this kind of small tweaks, details that we keep improving. For now, it is mostly very it's a lot of things that rearrange. I need to change the rigging thinking way for the animation thinking way for this rig UI, and see if we can combine the two in a single setup, right? So this is tricky, but we are almost there. I think I've been through. There are not a lot of, actually there's very few content on this, so what I'm doing here is like very special, although very slow, very elongated stuff, right, folks? So, but useful. So here I have the chance looking at I'm doing that. This is good, probably good. Took me years. I could never do it with my own, because I don't understand I don't have patience to, like, how would you know that you need to check that and then some panels will appear, yeah, right, without documentation. Like, for me, these add-ons without documentation, without good documentation, is like very hard to use. You can't do almost depending on luck, like it's like 0 or 1. Sometimes we are good enough at tweaking, but I have difficulty with add-ons to understand what usually what the purpose of the features are. It's very custom, right? Anyways, so I think this for the I remember. So the next level here, will be like the Rigify, but this is like next level thing. Rigify add-on post scripting. So the idea here is to get, I'm just gonna note here, there are different approach, right? So for example, yeah, even this post scripting, actually the idea is custom rig with Rigify add-on. Yeah, so by the means that I'm using Copilot free AI assistant. I need to feed it with Rigify Python files, scripts, right in that in the Blender's installation folder, right in the Rigify folder there, you can find it. And I need to feed it with information, because those information the AI assistant cannot find online, it told me. And I've searched, and apparently the GitHubs, they are older versions, and this Copilot apparently told me also that it was trained for the Blender 4.0 version of maybe when it comes to Rigify at least. And so it doesn't know Rigify changes very well. It doesn't know the scripts. It might know in general terms the what has changed, because this is the internet. Is in the internet. I checked, but it can some of the features, but it cannot know what are exactly those changes in terms of Python scripting. But it was developed exactly to help assist with Python script. So if you provide the Python scripting updated, then it probably can, let's say, read those scripts, understand the hierarchy in the logical sense, and then give tips with its language learning capabilities, right? And chat with the user, me in this case, to provide assistance. And so this means that it could, in thesis, solve, Rigify many problems that I'd like to solve. So one approach, the hardest one, is a pet project, right? But I'm showing here because it's very interesting. This is my next thing to this rig, but because this is a rig model template, and calling it Dorothy. So I have a cast of characters on this style, but this is not a meta rig. So yeah, actually there are even 3 approaches. So the dumbest one is it's called the dumbest one is the Rigify. Yeah, it's like the copy paste, like it's not, I don't have a word for this, like the copy paste approach. No, it's like the it is there's the basic raw copy. Maybe there's another, but it's a Rigify type. So the most basic thing here would be entire meta rig with copy Rigify types. So this is totally stupid. It's like, so first approach, redundant, entire meta rig with basic raw copy. Yeah, so what's the advantage of this? Well, there's no advantage except that, okay, if I provide, I can make a meta rig, make custom meta rig, yeah, new meta rig. So you can, it could be as a file, a script file, add or I'm not sure how, but something that will add to the, it could be more complicated to share, right? So actually it splits in 2, right? I really don't know how this will do on other computers, because you'll have to update the structure of Rigify on each computer. It's not very smart, right? It will be like probably an add-on thing, right? like a feature set containing custom meta rig with, yeah, I would call it Sikomotaki is the name of these alien characters, these space gnomes characters. So custom Sikomotaki meta rig with basic rock copy. So what's the advantage of this? Oh, just to say that I have one. The other is like just a meta rig. Level 2. It's not exactly. Now we start to become interesting, because here what we got is post scripting, I'm calling like this. So it's like now the Rigify Addon, I have it here, right? But the Rigify not a rig in which, but we have post scripting for, I'll just add a meta rig here. We have here the ability to make rig UI script. So you can have a post script that will add to the some tweaks, whichever we want apparently, and as long as it doesn't conflict with the Rigify, that should be fine. So on top of the generated rig or alongside it, I think it's on top, right? It should be post. So this will, and I know some post scripting, so that means that if I'm just using this basic raw copy, I can simplify the my meta rig if I can script in my own way, which I would know how to generate extra bones or reposition some adaptations, right, according to the current position of the bone on edit mode, like we do on Rigify tweaking, right, for propulsion. So simplify the, yeah, so this, maybe I'm jumping some possibilities here, but essentially this is what I have in mind majorly. So simplify the custom meta rig and generate, yeah, and fake Rigify types, my own, right? With my own post rig, yeah, UI script. Yeah, so it's a big script or whichever it takes to get. So I wouldn't need to do anything inside Rigify or even a feature set. I just need this extra script. Theoretically that should work, because I'm not handling here any automation from Rigify. I'll still be using the basic raw copy. This is important. And finally, the most advanced setup, level 3 or something like this, will be press scripting, right? Maybe it could include post-scripting, right? But this is more advanced script. So this is currently beyond me, but this is why the Copilot assistant can help. So learn how to make custom rigified types or something that is not post-scripting, but it is on the proposition of the Copilot, and from what I've been researching, it's indeed currently to make custom rigified types you need to make a feature set, which is an add-on, right? Essentially, that works like subordinated to rigify add-on. We install it, including from the installation of there's an installation system inside rigify add-on in the preferences. Okay, then how to make custom rigified types. So this is like if we do this, then okay, you don't need to know everything about rigify. You don't need to really understand rigify, I guess, but entirely or go rootly enough. But you just need to be good enough to know what it takes to make a feature set with a few stuff, maybe not necessarily rigified types, but possibly rigified types. It will be fortunate. It's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to do this by the feature sets, but I don't know how complicated it is as of yet to have those feature sets working sync with rigify add-on, because I don't understand the code. Just little bits I can understand, but currently. And then, but the feature set, I think you can code it in your own way, right? If you know Python scripting, and then, but it needs to have the connections. So how this is where the Copilot AI assistants may come in handy when I feed it with the proper data. All right. So this is something that is. And why we need this? No, I don't need this, right? But imagine if this will be good, then I could batch this character, right? I would essentially have created already the post scripting. The level 2 will allow me to reposition the bones on a meta rig that is a preset, which can be an add-on actually, and then this would be, then you can do just as a meta rig in rigify add-on, right? You reposition some bones and they will update. I would use it for my cast of characters because they have slightly different proportions, and for this custom rig, right? Okay, it's good, just duplicate the armature object. Okay, you get everything, make some adjustment on the waves, and there you go, right? Maybe some automations you might have to change, especially the face I have to adapt, but essentially you can reuse a lot of things. But even if this reusing is not good enough in terms of if I have like 20 characters or more, so I would the meta rig of Rigify is super cool. The feature that allows it to change the proportions and regenerate rig. So I think I know how to do this with my own scripting, raw scripting techniques, but I don't know how to do this to rigify. Unfortunately, we don't have rigging nodes in Blender as of yet. It's a project for the future of rigging animation in Blender. But I don't expect it to be coming, maybe not in the next 2-3 years. It might take longer. But I believe in maybe by the end of this decade we should have it, and that will be like, imagine Rigify 2.0, because then anyone would be able to make those kind of automations just from nodes, right? Rigging nodes. This is how I've understood it at finally. I think Maya has rigging nodes, but I'm not sure if it is working the same way as I'm suggesting. So maybe I'm wrong about the... Okay, so here, now here let's continue with the less things that I need to be doing here to get rid of the old armature object, because I have some backups, so I can totally delete this thing after all. I think I've got everything that I need. If I need, I just can open this in a parallel blend file and check. Yeah. So there are a few bones still remaining for the horrid. We're gonna make a backup here, save as copy. You don't see here, but I'm saving. It's a different whip folder with a specific iteration, Dorothy 17, and I'm almost done with rig UI. Yeah, just to keep track of what was that backup. So here there is just oh no, what have I done? Okay, this is a little problem here. This is lag, you see. This is the evil leg of that old armature. So I have to unselect this armature object. I'll just click here, so this will take a while. Okay, got it. So I need to uncheck this stuff and this stuff and this stuff. Yeah, essentially this and these ones, but these I don't even know how to use. So now we can do it. Okay, double edit mode here. What we have here, so it's we're gonna work on features of sticky lips and zipper lips in Blender. So basically some custom shape sims. I probably have the wrong, yeah, I don't need this. Yeah, these bones have automators, but I think they are there in the new mount? I don't think they are here. No, they are not here. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. So I need to find something about face. No, we're gonna work in the mix for now. We are rigging here, so we can just use this show all, but we're gonna look for specifically lips. Yeah, whatever is about the lips. And here we don't want anything. Okay, so this is the new rig. We keep working on this layer, right? So we're gonna maybe duplicate this one, yeah. So I already have a bone here. This is just for alignment. There are probably some bone constraints in this. No bone constraint. Okay, so but there's a parenting. We take this off. Zipper lips. Okay. I could simplify it for single motion. It would not be the optimal way, but usually you don't use zipper lip from one side or the other. Yeah, really, I was considering not doing the zipper lip thing and just the Alright, so this is a driving bone. And call how to say driver. Yeah, like this. Sticky lips. Whatever, something like that. It will do, yeah, it will do everything, whatever. Enough is enough, right? So this bone has some, I think, some limit, location, limit. Yeah, just this. Okay, so just gonna copy that. Then we're also gonna copy its custom shape. We're gonna edit this arrow and make it multiple arrows, like yeah. So that's good enough. All right. So this is the parent. I think it's just the mechanism. The parent of this is just the master now. Okay, because whatever, it follows the mouth. Okay, it's the same name of the master bone on both armature objects, so you can do this. Okay, so of course this bone doesn't do nothing here. And now the new approach for the zipper lips. Yeah, we're gonna make two bendy bone splines, whatever. So we're gonna make the thing is, yeah, we cannot make a spline abstract. We need a real spline there that will be in the middle. Yes, we could use just one already, but like that would say that the lips will merge on the top, or no, we usually want something that we can control like independently, right? So that means we need an entire new bendy bone mechanism. It can be a mechanism or something like, we don't need a buffer bone for this. It's just copy location. So this will be the, no, not this. So okay, now this is the top, so it's this one. Handle, mechanism, lip, corner, body. Yeah, so We're gonna duplicate this. And we're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna change this into some target stuff. Yeah, like of course I don't know why it is being able to manipulate stuff here. Why it hasn't... Oh, I picked the wrong one. Okay, very bad. Okay, let's... I think I forgot to duplicate it, yeah. Okay, let's do it again. Shift D. Yeah, now it's an independent one. We're gonna simplify it. Okay, I need a handle here. Start and end handle, right? It's just a line. Yeah, we need the tweaker because we need a bone there to, yeah, on both sides. So this is pretty crappy, but okay. Unless I did just one, but then we are limited in some shaping. We'll be limited because this is just a mechanism. It won't even have a buffer. Should work, right? So now what we can do is to we'll try to position this exactly in between. These are deboned from the old armatures. I need to be careful. Themselves, they are called sticky lips. Sticky lips left, sticky lips right. Even okay. We don't need them to be like that. And we won't need probably their custom shapes, because now we have a bendy bone spline for this, which is much more interesting. We could even make this as a wire. This, yeah, this one is fine. Now this one we could use maybe. No, yeah, it's like that, fine. Bone constraint. What are these part to master lip? Left. Okay, so we parent to control lip left. Okay, already done. Control lips bot. Okay, it's not ideal, but this I think has a bone constraint. Fake parenting. Actually, this one. Yeah, lip stop. So it's like it's parent to the bot, but it's kind of okay. Shift Alt C. No, let's see. inverse. And actually, yeah, whatever, let's override, and then we just bring this back, and here we need to update armature, master lip stop, yeah, armature, there we go, and here is from the other. So this one, yeah, they are automated by, we don't have the control mount here, but okay, this is sufficient to for the setup. So what we need here maybe is we want to give some sphere custom shapes for this garbage here instead of this, because this is very distractive. Gonna get a sphere but one of the bones here won't really be showing. Like this one, we will actually, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna make a parent here. We're gonna rotate this maybe. Does this orientation even matter? Yeah, whatever, it's not very important. So we're gonna it doesn't have the proper alignment, so we're gonna parent this to this one. The names are just like sticky control stick lips, control, yeah, handle sticky lips, tweak sticky lips. This is the positioning here. Yeah, okay, let's leave it like that for now. So we're gonna, because we duplicated it, no we didn't, so okay, we'll leave this widget, but we will not be shown, so we're gonna just override. just in case, but this will not be showing. Just in case I change my mind. So here we got this. Let's see if those lacking some. We got some bone constraints here. Yeah, this is not bone constraint. This probably should have this. Okay, maybe it's a bit, how to say, redundant, but here we got one part, and now we can symmetrize this stuff. This seems not to have worked. We are missing. Okay, apparently I forgot one selection. There we go. So this is the line between the mouth, between the lips, right? And of course, it is the entire mouth close, right? Target. It's a line. These are a bit too small. Let's change this. Yeah, for this developments, I'll just exaggerate here a little. Good. So now everything that happens now is about the drivers and bone constraints, which will affect certain tweakers, and this is where it is it's vicious, because I have too many tweakers, but if I want the sticker lips to be really safe, well, every control needs to stick. Otherwise, probably this could be offset. It's not sufficient to... I think the location is not sufficient. But here, we're gonna try anyway. So basically... let's make some crazy pose here, and then we will be able to assess the functionalities, right? So this is just that. So this is the master stick, or the actually drive. No, this is my new bone. Okay. These are actually, they are not targets themselves. They could, yeah, they can be actually. I need to check on... Alright, now I need to investigate. Yeah, so these bones, do they have bone constraint? No, these are free. Oops, this one. Yeah, already got that. Okay, so these bones are the old ones for... And I have this as a 2 bendy bone splines. Now what you need to do is to go for the actual old setup, which is here, of these tweakers. So these bones, top and bottom clickers, will follow. Yeah, the bones follow. The mesh is not deformed by this unnatural object anymore. But okay, the corners are ignored. I don't know what to do with about the corners right now, because the sticky lips might not have to do much with the corners. But yeah, what we can do is also use those tweakers on the corner as targets indeed, so we have some. Okay, so the bone constraint setup here is as follows. Well, the corners don't have anything. The masters don't have, these controls don't have anything, right? We can ignore all of this. So what we cannot ignore is what happens to the butt, to the top. So there are 6 bones involved in this thing, which are, so you see, okay, these are other automators. Control leap, so we don't care about this. This one has 2 other automators, yeah, so these ones we don't care, we could even delete. This is symmetric, so yeah, but for the driver, you see, there's something else here, okay. This is some sort of rolling, copy rotation, click. Oh, I have bendy bones now. We already have some sort of automation for this. We don't need this thing, but we could have, yeah, we could have a bone that do this rolls, lip rolling. So this is not important. Let's see what it was. Click, top. Yeah, so this like yeah, this basically it's this thing. But the bendy bone already does it similarly without anything. So this is we don't but these ones don't rotate, so this is the leading one. What you can have is another bone that can, but this is a bit dangerous for bendy bones because they can over rotate beyond 180 degrees, positive or negative, and that will cause warping artifact. I think spline skinning has the same problem with quaternions, but on the along the y, yeah, for the y-axis of rotation. As it flips, it warps, it destroys the skinning. Okay, so it's 2 bone constraints for each. This one has 3 actually. Yeah, so why is that? One is the sticky lips, is the simplest, and the other is the Alright, let's start with the center one. So copy location sticky link. So there's a copy location pose space with a certain value that is driven. So it's just, this one is the simplest one. So you see, nothing too fancy here. Edit driver, we need to see what this does. Okay, so this we could solve with actually another setup that is more elegant than this. I like here because it's faster, but it might not be the... Yeah, it's maybe it's dirtier, but it's faster. Sincerely, I prefer to click here. I have more familiarity, but the other method is not bad. At least this method I understand better, but we'll see. So the Y location of this bone target controls lips, right? will cause that, yeah, the y location will cause a certain variable, negative variable, negative location times 100. Yeah, I don't I think this is, I'm just trying to multiply this so that we get okay, if the, let's imagine if the variable is 0, because its local space starts 0, nothing is moving the bone until we move it. So we start to augment the variable to from 0 to 1. So it's like 0.5. And so you have a 0.5 value. This is why we multiply it for 100, so it will become $50. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Maybe something is corrupted here, but we're gonna try differently. Yeah, we're gonna make our own driver from scratch here. So we're gonna, of course, we need to address the new rig. So we're gonna hide this stuff. We don't want to be have everything we need here. So this is the driver bone for the bolt, sticky and zipper rig, because we're gonna make it move to the side as well. So we can already change this. This is too much, so just this should be fine. Yeah, and then we're gonna yeah, it sounds a bit too. Wait, the position of this bone is wrong. No, it's because I'm using normal, right? You should use the local, yeah, so here we could flip it, right? To have a positive value instead. All this varies what we want best, so I want it to be pointing down anyway. So yeah, this will solve with the custom shape later. So okay, so I can't do that, but I'm gonna move it up a little here. Yeah, it's better if it is multiple bones, but yeah, GZ, that also works. Yeah, it's locked, okay. And GX, okay, so this is usable. Let's change this stuff here. It seems a bit tilted. Um, let's recreate this. I would like to have more arrows to the side, but this is not for now. Okay, so I get this, and then we can have this. This is good enough. So now this is a positive value. Maybe not very intuitive, but maybe better for the calculations. So we'll see. It will work anyways. So now we're gonna pick. We're gonna have the leading mechanism, I guess. Ideally, we should pin everything to this, right? So it's like we're gonna pose this so we'll be able to spot in real time what happens. In principle, this should pin, it could pin the, yeah, in principle, it should pin the lower hierarchy first. And just the, yes, there are advantages. So we have lots of bones to buy, but okay. Let's start with this, the mechanism, because I think it's important. At least you'll have it seen it working. So we're gonna copy transforms here, and actually no, it's not this. So actually this is to here. Actually, it's not a copy transform, even a copy location. And no, I have all space. Okay, and then okay, just like that. But here is where the driver comes. So I think you are able to figure out what this is able to do, right? There's no driver yet, so we need to add driver. So we're gonna armature object Y location local space of the driver sticky zipper lips, right? And now the variable this is the motion in world space. This is why we need to multiply it by 100. So will equal to 1 0 1. Yeah, so it's very simple, no negative variable this time. So this one is done, and of course we need to do the same for the positioning. Yeah, they are matching center, so this is okay. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna resymmetrize, then we're gonna copy driver and paste driver. And now if we do some tweaking here, yeah, it is enabled, but okay, make too much tweaking. Yeah, we should have in the center, it sounds that it will be useful, right? Another bone, really. yeah, kinda relevant, but more stuff, yeah. So alright, so see, it moves here wherever this thing is. And then hence we need to do this actually, yeah. So for the tweakers here it will be slightly different, because now is a trick, follow b-bone property. So for this, yeah, we're gonna use this just to show, but because we're gonna use this, for example, yeah, like this is not good, right? You can reset, but I probably want to pin everything, right? The tweakers without resetting the pinnings, the tweakers. So it means that all these bones here, yeah, I'm gonna symmetrize everything in phase, but I'm gonna do one side first. We're gonna copy all the bone constraints already, right? For the, yeah, for all these bones and all these bones, we're gonna make a copy. We're gonna copy that, yeah, but it won't copy with the driver. This needs to be done manually. Now also you have to batch this. No possible way of batching this. For some reason this one hasn't updated. The buffer bone should also have, although it cannot, it's dangerous. I'm not sure right now how to handle this, the automation, some part of the automation. That's this copy. No, this is the buffer bone. Alright, but this one we need to change the target. So, no, the target is the same, okay. It's aligned, so this is... Maybe we need to make a gap, it will depend, because otherwise the lips will press. This can be dangerous. But okay, we're gonna copy driver. paste driver. Paste driver to all. Wasn't there some operator like that? No, there isn't. Okay, so now we're gonna check the results. And indeed, there got sticky lips. So you see, they return to where we placed them. So that means now, okay, but this is the simplest setup, right? After you symmetrize, and then we copy paste the drivers one by one. Now for these ones, we need to paste driver, but now you're gonna change the target to this. Yeah, the others could be the bendy bone spline, but okay, we have the target in the center, that it's fine. So this one, we use the gonna see, right? Gonna use some place. Oh yeah, follow B bone, right? So it will follow us. It will follow a certain position, which could be similar to this one. So maybe not exactly the same, but it's unclear because this it's a different, right, curve. So this compression, maybe we should just not pinch totally, right? But this is the problem now, that we don't have, yeah, this, you see this, I cannot command this thing. I cannot command the big bendy bone. So maybe this setup is not for the big mechanism after all, and just for the tweakers. But we'll see. Now we're gonna get these ones and we're gonna paste driver, but we're gonna use this target. So what it does now is that yeah, so it is working, right? Of course, why you do this? No, this is for pinching. The corners are already pinched, so it's unclear why we need these controllers here. If we can still move this freely, right? Oh, yeah, I need a parent bone for this lips corner in the end, I guess. Yeah, why we... Strangely, this is stretching, but why this bone? Of course, I need to enable. There we go. So by stretching this, we can control something there. Yeah, it does seems to be something that we should focus for the... Yeah, it doesn't look like that we need this for, although it will be good. Maybe it's unnecessary. It's something more for the tweakers. Okay, I think I will do that proposition. I'm gonna dump these copy locations. Okay, I've had problems enough, right? So here we're gonna use, yeah, we're gonna use that, and same idea, yeah, just this. So when we enable this, something went wrong, yeah, of course. The tweaker top needs to use follow be bone. No, that's completely wrong. Tweak clips, no, this target. There. So this spline here controls the yeah, it's still controlling the mechanism. Yeah, because of this one. We're gonna symmetrize these bone constraints after we solve one side. Okay, both the mechanism and this all set. All set. This is good, and this also, no, this is not good. Wait, this has a driver? No, no driver. Hide this stuff. Shouldn't that move with it? Very plausible. Okay, all these are bone constrained. Now the bottom. This is already done. Then this we're gonna plot. Gonna delete this. Move this to the top. And change the target. Oh, the target is the same. Okay, but maybe about here. This we're gonna sticky lips, yeah. Handle. So these ones don't need this. Yeah, just these two. Now what's happening is this bone here is not helping. Probably it should receive some relocation to there, although it doesn't sound getting some critical disruption. Yeah, something is not, many things are not working here. Oh yeah, the driver, of course. The driver, I guess, is the same, right? Okay, so you have something happening there, good, but probably need no, wrong bone is the weaker, maybe. Yeah, just the quicker is fine. Yeah, so now this is better. Although there are some problems, right? The bone which controls this is like this one, right? Yeah, this is why I don't. Yeah, this bone is already Yeah, so this bone is the connector, right? As simple as this. It needs to be showing, right? Why this is here? Yeah, because it is parented to this apparently, yes. But it doesn't have the automator. Copy locations. Oh. Okay, so you need fake parenting here, like. Oh yeah, no, not copy transforms, but copy location. If that works like this. Yes. Yeah, so it gets its own adaptation there. But here we need to investigate. Well, we can still tweak these things. The anatomic key it should be simpler because they have some volume. So all I need to do here is just to now add the drivers to symmetrize, right? No, we forgot this. Symmetrize this, right? Then we need to copy driver, paste driver, paste driver, paste driver, paste driver, paste driver, and finally now there's yet this one. Phase driver. Okay, now this. Let's try with the anatomic ellipse. With yeah, so we don't need to reach to the very end. This is already swarms. No, never use this panel here. It's almost one, yeah, so you see that when it starts to reach one, it's too much. The problem is that yeah, well, the bones follow, right? They might not follow 100%, but they reach almost the position. And so they are still posable because it's that very resistant. So if you reach the maximum, we need to expand the driver if you want to avoid this collapsing meshes, like add a minute multiplications, 101 maybe, or 100 period something, some lower value. So when it multiplies, it reaches the 100 value faster. So then we add some limit here, but this is bad because it's a lot of tweaking and can be good, but then you eventually find one pose where this is bad. You have to junk all that system or do some tweaking just to go back to the better possibility. So I think leaving it simple here and just having maybe some reference of the limit. I'm unsure what is better. I don't know if I handled that before, but you see, of course, you could have two of these splines, but that is even more work to do. And this is not even the zipper lips thing. So the zipper lips, if I want to, so this is the simplest one. So essentially it does the job. So if I want on demand to close the lips here from let's say this position, we can. So it's kind of effective as it is. So very useful, very easy to activate, deactivate on demand. The zipper lips would be then yeah, so boring to something that I don't see how to use. Let's just see what it is like. Yeah, so because I'm adding the lips corner at this point, it will need more bones to... I'm trying to simplify, right? At least I was successful, or strategically successful with this. A small victory, but relevant. So the older rig, I have which I have the backup, of course. We can, yeah, after this we can disrupt it. So basically on the old rig, there is this bone. So they also have there, but we, okay, so just different targets and automators. So basically you have to make one for the left, one for the right. So one for the left, one from the right, because there are two bones. I'm simplifying, so maybe this we can turn into a single one. So right to left, left to right, left, right to left. So it's always the same thing. It's a copy location. It can't be a copy transforms randomly because the orientation of these bones might not be the orientation of the tweaker. So the tweaker will try to match the rotation to disrupt everything. So this is why just copy locations, unless you can make sure the orientations are matching all the time. But then you need to do probably something in advance, and I don't think this is a good idea. So just copy location is, I think it's sufficient. So also we'll need to, in the case of B-bone, follow B-bone. So for example, let's see this case here. This close faster, this close intermediate, and this close slowest in the left to right. So the left to right. Okay, I did that way, but maybe not the best readable way. So the left to right is this one, the driver. So essentially there's just this I had to test until I figured something that, so this is faster, it's the same idea. This is actually the opposite. This is lower, unless I'm taking the wrong from left to right. So this I think is 200. Yeah. Variable. Okay, maybe there's some wrong reading here, because this doesn't, yeah. Okay, so in principle, so left to right, right to left, it's wrong, but this disabled, so it's this one. So this is the lower, so yeah, this is the slowest. So apparently there are some writing mistakes there, naming mistakes, but this is working. So it's not that hard actually, but it's super tedious because you have to have driver from However, this new approach that I'm making with a single bone, maybe we can make both with one. Nah, this won't work because you need one growing, you need different speeds. Yeah, so the driver would be symmetric. So if the driver is symmetric, so there are other approaches though, like we could have a a bone. Yeah, this is the idea. If this bone moves to that direction, maybe it would pin, like a spatial pinner. Wouldn't it be the greatest thing? Well, this is what mostly what it is, right? But usually this bone is yeah. All right, folks, so my conclusion here is that I'm not gonna make these zipper lips. I need to see more examples. In Blender is very rare. Of course, most importantly, I would like to see examples for 3D animation, right? That matters. I haven't seen, to be fair, I don't remember I've seen anything. I just saw tests, right? And no practical use of that crap. So it's like not super thrilling garbage, but the sticky lips is more interesting, right? So for me, it's like show off, right? It's a cool feature, it's good automation, but it don't seem you can animate that, right? Anyone can animate that, and if you're gonna the animator gonna do this, maybe if the whole show animated show requires all the time the characters get into the, then yeah, or like once per episode, something like that. Yeah, maybe then it starts to worry about having an automation, because this might not be doable very well with pose assets, for example. Oh, there's one more bone here, a bone for drivers of the face, right? These have some limit, yeah, all the setup for, but there's no corrective shape keys to activate so far in this rig, and maybe there won't be. There is the rotational lips. Yes, I'm just gonna add here. So dump the zipper lips because I don't see it valuable for my own animations. The sticky lips, yes, I totally see it. So here we got body rig, there's the face rig here. Saying a stacking. Yeah, I have some badly organized stuff here. Rigging, bone manager extension, okay, Python RAM, then we got body rig. Yeah, character rig and no. Something that is, oh yeah, I remember some feature request. Maybe it's a bug. It's like IT stretch not working for alter IQ option. Yeah, and maybe some other thing like the auto IQ glitch on grab to rotate. secret technique. Alright, so it's something. Oh yeah, enable to lock. To lock. IP transforms. This is very important for me because, well, not super important, but it's all those things that need some fixing in this feature. A lot of problems in inverse kinematics in Blender. Structural problems. Okay, so yeah. That's, I need to the lips. I was trying to find the face rig. Upper face. Yeah, this is. Lot of duplicated organization here. Lots of those things I already solved. I just need a revision. Not gonna do this online, or not this time. So then here is the okay. I'm gonna add here like lips rolling automator bone. Yeah. Yeah, maybe control bone, or well, it's more like a picture. Attention to warp, debone warping. Okay, just very important not to forget. Important feature there. And that's it, folks. That's it, not for the live stream yet, but it's it for this old armature being used for so long. But now I need to address this garbage thing, that these warnings. What are those things? Oh, barn Dorothy. The corner curve, where does this come from? Some things that might have happened on some. Not sure it's in the new armature or old armature. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't here. So the problem here is that I'm not sure if I can delete this without. Let's try to make some cleaning here of these warrants, because I'm gonna change the screen here. Oh, there are some. Yeah, I'm streaming. It's wrong data. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Okay, so doing the stream all with wrong data. Sorry. It's not a workshop, folks. So just noticed. Alright, so what we need to do here is to we'll be able to see this Control F1 toggle console, window console, right? System console. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna save here, and we're gonna reopen Blender and try to solve some of those warrants. Okay, so there are some dependency cycles already that I don't know where they come from. Don't know what is full barn right now. Oh, object armature Dorothy, handle I did bot, I don't know. Probably some shrink wrap bone constraint. Okay, here are the warnings, yeah. Invalid driver, post bones, depth torso. Oh yeah, those are old. Isn't the old rig? Okay, I don't care. I'm gonna delete. It's not responding. I'm not sure it is necessary to delete the drivers for the armature object. But the good news is that we can track those drivers. And there are not so many, so probably I'm not sure they will appear. This is what we're gonna check if this doesn't crash. Apparently we are going for a big crash here, and I'll try again. Okay, but before that, I'm gonna make a backup. Maybe we're gonna disable something here. Something about the proxy target. I saw something on the lips as well. Troubleshooting, right? There's a lot of time spent in Blender doing this, you know, especially in rigging. And so far understand. So here are back with okay, there we go. There's all this junk. Yeah, shrink wraps, stuff are targeting. All right, even with disabled, I have to clean up this stuff. So okay, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make another backup here. To delete old armature. We're gonna delete this mesh because I have an automator for this, but sometimes I don't use. Change Blender verse, maybe it crashes, I don't know. A script that will regenerate this mesh. So here we save. And yeah, still problem. So what is this stuff? Proxy, yeah, armature depends on, although I need to delete the shrink wrap bone constraint or the object itself. No thanks. Delete corner curve, geometry modifier, ellipse corner. It solves itself, but it keeps going crazy. It wasn't there, I think. It is just something, probably a mistake that some parenting mistake, or it's just I need to revise the waves. Yeah, some waves are extrapolating to some mesh that it shouldn't reach, and then it's causing these problems. Or actually, another issue. No, this is just eyebrows, or actually not. We need to, yeah, let's batch delete all this. There we go. So this in the inversonic melt setup, rig setup, then we have if some vertex, it's not the only way it can happen, depends cycle of course, but this is one way that it can happen. Yeah, there we go. So vertex groups on the proxy face, they were mesh object, they were deprecated, and some of them shouldn't be repeated there. You cannot share all the waves from the body from the face to the other, to the proxy face. You need to delete maybe the ones of the lips of some regions that will have special interactions of because of the shrink wrapping feature. Alright, so see, no, this is because some this is probably some add-on. Maybe it will happen anyway. Maybe it's not something about my file. Some data textures, I think, some assets that are not being linked to here properly, materials probably. I don't need to have, this is the source of materials. Yeah, it's just some stupid stuff that are happening there. I have to solve manually, but this is what I would like to solve. So let's see how many they are. There are not too many, so mechanism icon. I don't know which armature object is that. So I have a bone that has this title with IQ bone constraint. Okay, lagging. Don't know what's happening there, folks. Okay, this is getting uninspiring, right, folks? So I'm gonna troubleshoot this on my own, then we're gonna do. But this, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this old armature somehow. I just want to check if by deleting the armature, new of these drivers appear, or if it's safe. It's just a test. So thanks for watching, folks. Take care, happy blender, have a nice new week, and gonna bring new stuff next week for streaming, which I hope will be more interesting. I think this approach here is done. The bone manager extension workflow is completed. Thanks for appreciating my work on this. that's it. Please like, subscribe if you like the content. See ya, folks, and have a